Hey, and welcome back to another Motovlog by Mike D. Motovlogs. Coming at you from Chesterfield, Virginia, home of the peanut and crack cocaine. Nah, alright, I don't know. There's not a lot that goes on out here, so I don't know what we would be known for. Anyway, headed up to Gamestop. Gonna pick up a copy of Star Wars Battlefront for the Xbox One, which I'm a total Star Wars nerd, so I've been excited about it. I haven't even watched videos of the gameplay. I haven't played it at all. I haven't really done anything with it. It was kind of a spontaneous decision. I was like, I have the Xbox One and I only have Grand Theft Auto for it because that's all I know I'm gonna play consistently. But I will play the shit out of some Star Wars Battlefront. So on the way to pick that up, just a leisurely ride. Normally, I realize that a lot of my other videos I take almost the same exact route, and that's kind of out of habit a little bit in part. But I mean, it's also, I don't know. It's just, around my neighborhood. That's kind of the easiest places for me to ride, just because the Yamaha, the XT225. It doesn't. I mean, it's got a top speed of I've heard, I guess, 70 to 75, somewhere around there. It's 6-speed, so it's most of its power is in the upper end in 6th gear. So I mean, I'm not flying off the lines or anything like y'all sport bikers or whatever, but as most of you know, I eventually, I think it's in my bio if anyone actually reads that shit. I would love to have a sport bike as well, and I see myself having, ideally I would have a really nice cruiser, like a Harley or something like that, a really nice sports bike, and then a dual sport. That would, if I had that, I would. If I ever complained about anything, well, I'm sure I still would. People complain all the time. Wow, that got off topic real quick. But again, there is no topic. This is just me riding to GameStop. I'm just chilling. Yeah, and shook my head there. Motherfucker didn't wave, no problem. But, whatever. I'll get a lot of people just walking, and who I'll just drive by, and I'll wanna give them a friendly little wave, and not even so much as a nod, And I know a lot of the sport bikers, a lot of motorcyclists get upset when another motorcyclist doesn't wave back to them, which I find pretty funny because, as most of us know, your left hand may very well be busy with the clutch, so there's that. So I wouldn't take that to heart, but when a motherfucker who's just sitting there walking down the street doesn't wave back to me, you don't have your hands full, man. Just throw a wave up. It's not that hard. Whatever. But again, I'm not trying to be salty towards people that don't wave back at me. It's all good. I don't wave to everybody. And that's mainly because not everybody waves back. What a fucked up world we live in. Nah, just playing. I don't mind it. Yeah, this is the. I could take. I think I will take the regular, the main street back to my neighborhood on the way back. But this is the back way from my neighborhood through a couple other subdivisions of neighborhoods, and it's probably even longer than taking the main way, but the main way, speed limit on the road is 45, and it gets up to like 55 on the other side of town. Which you know, my bike being so small, I don't like to run the engine going anything above 55, 60. Like if I was going to be running it at 55, 60, I would want to get off of that road as soon as possible. I don't want to have that kind of strain on my engine, and maybe I'm just being paranoid about it, whatever. But you know, again, it's kind of user preference. You know, you know your bike, and I know mine. So I think that, you know, the way the bike screams when you start to get up to 65 or so, not only with wind noise, but with, well, yeah, I mean, it's mainly wind noise, but I mean, the bike is just screaming at you at that point, and that is something I want to avoid. That being said, it is a dual sport. You know, it is also made for off-road, and that's why it's not going to be all that fast like that, because it's near perfect for off-road. At least for me. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better first bike. Could not, would not, should not. And I don't know if, I guess some of you may have seen, there's another video up on my channel of me. I used to ride around this little 49cc scooter thing, little stand-up moped-looking scooter. It's a little two-stroke. It sounds like a little lawnmower riding around. But I used to strap the GoPro to that, and I did one video of me just I had actually just duct taped the GoPro itself to the handlebars facing away from the scooter, so every time I turned the handlebars you could kind of see like a point of view direction of where I was going. And I just kind of took my neighborhood trails, kind of like around the lake and stuff. Y'all can check that out. That's, I think, the first video I put up while I was still waiting to get something on two wheels a little bit bigger than that. But at the same time, I had fun on that thing. I'll still ride it around sometimes, but it kind of sucks. The air is letting out all the tires and stuff, and that thing is such a bitch to get to the tire caps. Like it's not even worth doing. It's like so much so to the next time, you know, we need to put air in those tires, that it's almost just like, oh, okay, you know, that it's time to get rid of this fucking thing. But you know, that being said, I had fun on that thing. I had a lot of fun on that thing. Just around the neighborhood, like right there on my right, that path right there, that's Scooter City right there. I love doing that shit. Check out this van up here on the left. I noticed he had some sort of t-shirt on the front of his car, and it fell off right there. And he noticed, and he pulled over right away and checked it out. But I'm like, man, that's on the hood of your car. How do you miss that, bro? Whatever. Yep, that's most of the trip, just to the store. This is, I came out with like 20 total minutes of footage, 10 minutes there, 10 minutes back, and I wanted to figure out how to do this, so basically I'm just doing the motovlog portion of this. Yeah, doing the motovlog portion of this on the ride there, and then on the ride back, I think I'm gonna do like a speed it up, like a time lapse type thing, if I can figure out how to do that, and maybe just do a little fast forward, and put music over it, so it's kind of like a cool outro, whatever. I hope it'll be cool. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. My particular taste in music is a little bit eccentric, I guess you could say. Like I'll listen to a lot of music. So some of it definitely is a little outlandish and a little weird for some people. But at the same time, I can relate to everybody because I listen and I love all kinds of music. And I think, it's kind of like how, the Limitless drug, if you all have seen that movie Limitless, it makes you access like that some crazy number, 90% of your brain that you don't normally use. It's kind of like if you only listen to one genre of music, you're really limiting yourself. You should at least give it a try, get out there and listen to something else. And I'll admit, there are genres of music that I don't care for everything in, and I think a lot of the pop and R&B out there is definitely sounding very, very similar to each other, and I don't think that's necessarily a good thing. However, that being said, I will listen to every genre of music. I will give every genre a chance. And that being said, the one exception for me is a lot of people, their exception is country music. My exception is screamo, if you just can't even hear the lyrics. But that being said, I have some songs like that I like. Well, here we are at Gamestop, so that'll do it in for the Motovlog. And as promised, here is your speedy footage of my ride home with some music.
My room to go to the kitchen, I imagine that you were dead. A morbid streak runs through the whole of my family, but for you I could put it to rest. But if you leave, I just don't